Hi folks, it's Stuart from the Courtyard Cafe. Welcome back to the kitchen. This recipe really couldn't be more simple. At the end of a day when you've been at work and you want to just have something quick for tea, there's no better way to satisfy that than having a lovely pasta dish. This one is bacon, mushroom, garlic, onion, elmley, which I use in place of cream, Parmesan cheese and tagliatelle. Into the pan, just the slightest amount of olive oil, probably just a tablespoon. The oil is heated, so we'll go in with the onions, give them a stir around just to let them soften, followed fairly closely by the back bacon. As it begins to cook, the little slices of bacon will separate out, and that's cooking through quite nicely. And add one large clove of garlic, or as much or as little garlic as you choose. It's entirely up to you. I tend not to put the garlic into the pan too early on by itself. I cook off some of the other ingredients first because garlic does tend to burn quite easily. And next, in with the mushrooms and give those a turn around as well. What I'm going to do now is put the lid on. It will help build up the heat in the pan. The mushrooms will start to release some of the liquid and begin to make the sauce. The frying pan is up to temperature. Everything's sizzling away in there and the liquid is starting to come out of the mushrooms. So what I'll do at this stage is just close it up, turn the heat down to a medium and let it cook out. Good bubble going on here with the water. And what I'm going to do is put probably about 3 nests each for the two of us into the water. Let that simmer. As usual with mushrooms, they tend to disappear when they cook. And what I'm doing now is adding the elmley. I'm just happening to use elmley. You can use fresh cream if you want. And a little touch of pepper. This doesn't need any salt added to it, quite simply because the final seasoning that I'll put in will be some Parmesan cheese, which is salty in itself. This is now bubbling away, and what I'm going to do is add the Parmesan. As I mix the Parmesan through, it will pretty much instantly melt and automatically thicken the sauce as well as seasoning it. What can sometimes happen when you mix the pasta with the sauce is that it will begin to absorb the sauce very, very quickly. And for that reason, I never throw the cooking water of the pasta away. You can always use some of that starchy water just to thin out the sauce a little bit if you need to. The tagliatelle is now ready, and I'll use my pasta spoon to transfer it across into the sauce. I'm not really worrying too much about draining it off because I don't mind some of the water going in there. And mix the tagliatelle in with the sauce. As I suspected, the pasta is starting to dry up a little bit. So just a couple of spoons of the pasta cooking water, and that just lets down the sauce. And that is our dish ready to serve. What I tend to do is use the spoon just to make sure that you get an even amount of the mushroom and bacon along with the sauce. And no better way to finish it off than with some garlic bread.